I feel like Sarah has the most interesting backstory out of any of the other characters.
I think Sarah should have a fetish dungeon in her house.
She may very well.
But it's not black and red, it's like pink and lacy or something.
If she had it, it would be the friendliest dungeon you've ever been in. Exactly.
With Hello Kitty on the wall.
That Sarah, by the way, the Sarah laugh, that's a thing that's all you.
Yeah, I like to giggle. I just like to laugh a lot. I have giggleitis. And in my one circle of friends, my nickname is actually Night Giggles because I giggled so much for roughly about 45 minutes that another person who was trying to crash there for the night and was intoxicated, they went home and left because they couldn't handle my giggling anymore.
We should talk about your the origin of your getting this part. We originally had cast another person.
Correct.
And she did very well, yes. But you were, we're all friends from other places, and you and Adam Waiter, who plays Willem, came to my house to do a rehearsal.
Correct.
Or you were just
read through.
Yeah, you were just tagging along because the one person she couldn't make it.
She was occupied.
She was occupied, so you just so that you weren't sitting there doing nothing, and so that we had enough people to read all the parts.
Correct.
We had you read the Sarah part, and we all cracked up. We thought it was funny.
Yes.
And you seemed very natural in it. Like, were there at the time before we asked you to actually do it? Were you thinking, that was fun? I'd like to do stuff like that, or
I was not even conceiving that. Like, I was just like, from my perspective, that whole day went like, man, I'm fucking bored as shit after work. I don't want to go home because I'll still be bored as shit. I'll be at home. Adam, what are you doing? He's like, I'm gonna go read for a podcast. And I asked him what a podcast was because I was unaware. I was like, can I come? He's like, well, we're just hanging out. I'm like, yeah, but I'm bored. He's like, okay. So then we get there, and you guys are like, well, you might as well just read for this part. It's a girl. She's kind of silly, maybe a stoner girl. And then so I just reverted to that, and then started reading the part, and everybody laughed hysterically. And I was just like, man, should I keep on talking? You're like, no, just go with whatever your ideas you have. And fortunately, everybody liked my ideas, and that made me happy.
It was like, and we felt bad about letting the other person go from that, but she's going to be doing a guest spot on, I think, episode 6, probably.
Very nice.
And I felt bad about changing the role, but we thought that...
Yeah, I felt bad as well.
I remember the first thing I said was, oh, we'll write a part for you to play.
Yes.
And then everybody else said to me, everybody else, different, independently of each other, came up to me afterward and were like, we have to have her for this part. We have to make her do this part.
Really?
Or make him do this part
for her.
Instead of her, the Sarah part. It just turned the whole part on its head doing that.
Awesome.
Because the two girl parts could have been too similar. And both of those girls have similar voices and accents because they're from only miles away from each other.
Oh, they grew up in the same area?
Yeah, they grew up on the west side of Rochester, New York.
West side?
Or not the west side, the east side.
East side?
East of Arundecoit Bay, where your mushroom dealer lives on the houseboat.
Ah, yes. Lovely houseboat on pontoon.
Your lines are the easiest and the most fun to write. Next up for Sarah, we're gonna do Sarah's workshop, I believe, in the next script.
It should have ponies and lasers in it.
It should be
a story about a Van Halen interpreted as ponies and their first giant concert with laser lights. That just popped in my head. We can not use that.
First giant concert with laser lights.
We can definitely not use that. It's okay. Yes.
All of those things sound wonderful. There isn't anything that she could say that would be out of the ordinary, unless the only thing that she can't say is something that would be mean to somebody.
Yeah,
deliberately
dark
mean
side
to somebody.
stuff would be foreign to her.
Right.
Well, otherwise, she could say anything, especially since like the many topics that she's flipped through in her just little mindsets. She could literally say, as long as it's not negative, you'd be like, "Oh, Sarah, you're so silly."
Honestly, it's intimidating because it should be like the best thing ever.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
The's a lot of... No. I mean, I'm talking about the writing. No, you're...
See, that's great. Pressure, bathysphere, boom, done.
We'll put you in a bathysphere for the episode. There could be all kinds of lasers lasers and ponies and Van Halen, you never know. So I could see all of that stuff. Who's gonna win the Super Bowl next year?
Giants.
Okay.
Even if they don't make it, they're gonna win if they follow my secret plan.
Set up a scene.
The New York Giants are my favorite team, so I think they should win the Super Bowl every year. Last year, they could have won the Super Bowl even though they were not invited to play if they would just use this secret idea. And the secret idea is that the Giants come into the stadium, the full team, and they sit on the 50-yard line, but they have like big jackets on and stuff. Underneath their big jackets, they are ready to play. They have their cleats on, their pads, ready to go. And after the halftime show for the first play of the second half, they would jump over the railing, steal the football, run to make a touchdown, and then by doing that, they should forego any other part of the game, and they should have automatically won the Super Bowl. But if you were watching the Super Bowl, that did not even come close to happening, and they did not win or get another title.
You think it's because they're gentlemen?
No, it's probably because they're schmucks.
That's great. Hey, maybe they'll hear this. Maybe somebody will become a fan of Letterheads. This will start the wheels turning. And the next thing you know, like
we'd call it the Bowker Blitz.
Ooh,
that's how you win the Super Bowls, with the Bowker Blitz.
The Bowker Blitz.
Yeah.
And I forgot about dancing. I ask everybody about dancing in these interviews. Okay. Are you a dancer? Do you dance?
Oh, I dance my pants off. Not literally, just figuratively.
What kind of music are you dancing to?
Well, my iPod has like over 7,000 tracks, almost 8,000, and more than half of that is techno music. Or I like to listen to punk rock music. I like high energy, and then I just go out to abandoned parking lots or fields with my iPod on and dance like a maniac for a good cardio workout. Although anybody who saw me doing such things would probably think of me as like trying to start my own fight club or something, like just this dude out there freaking out. What the heck is that guy doing?
All right, thank you so much, sir. I am Woody Battaglia.
I am Shaggy Thomas.
We'll see you next time.
Peace out.